Yo, Elliot. Yo, so today we got a question from bro who wants to know, yo, Elliot, should men over 40 be doing keto and carnivore type diets? Great question, bro, but before we go, you want to know that my name's Elliot Hulse. I'm a master's level strongman. I'm a strength coach. I've been making men strong here on YouTube since 2007, and you just stumbled upon your new favorite fitness channel for men over 40. And if you'd like to get lean and stay lean through the second half of your life, join my free Alpha School at alphaschool.ai or click a link here down below. So let's jump in, shall we? Question from one of our Alpha School students, Mike. He says, yo, Elliot, keto and carnivore diets are very popular nowadays. Could you make a video on those types of eating patterns in your opinion? So here's my opinions. On the good side, there are a lot of people that would benefit from cutting out a lot of the carbs that they're eating in their diet, or eating way too many sugar, way too many carbs, and that's causing a lot of metabolic problems, a lot of metabolic issues. Also, I recently learned that a lot of the seed oils and the hydrogenated oils actually cause a lot of metabolic problems that don't allow us to break down the carbohydrates. So we have like two problems here. We got bad fats making us unable to break down carbohydrates properly. And we got way too many carbohydrates in our diet, and that's why people are having, metabolic syndrome and diabetes and all kinds of problems like that. Too much sugar in the blood can lead to all kinds of problems that you're not even aware of, like hair problems, skin problems, eye problems, digestive problems, heart problems, right? We eat way too many carbohydrates. Our ancestors didn't have the tremendous amount of processed food, particularly carbohydrates and fats, right? Hydrogenated oils and stuff. So we're eating a lot of bad shit. We're eating a lot of bad shit in our diet. And if you do an elimination diet, hear me out. An elimination diet means you eliminate shit from your diet. And that's basically what a keto or a carnivore kind of diet is. A carnivore diet is a massive elimination diet. If you do an elimination diet and you get rid of all of the shit, all of the junk, all the things that are causing problem in your life will be better. You'll be better because you're eating one thing. And meat is hard to pollute because it made itself, right? Meat makes itself, right? Like it's the byproduct of two organisms coming together, and like God makes it. A lot of the foods that we eat, and that could be polluted also too, right? With hormones and antibiotics and all kinds of bad shit there too. So don't, it's not totally clean. Meat's not totally clean, but it's also easier to digest. Meat is really easy to digest. Our biology, our digestive system is designed to eat meat. I don't care what the vegans say. I know people will argue with me, but we break down meat the same way. We have the same type of digestive system as like a cat or a lion, right? They eat lots of meat. They have short digestive tracts. We have short digestive tracts. Animals that eat a bunch of grass have long digestive tracts. In fact, like cows have, I think, 3 stomachs, right? They have 3 stomachs because it takes a long time and it's very hard to break down that food, right? They say, oh, but gorillas eat a bunch of fucking leaves and they're jacked. Do you see the size of a gorilla's torso? It's because he has a much longer digestive tract. He's not like us. We're closer to cats with short digestive tracts that can break down the meat quickly and pass it through. I'm sure you get the point. Eating meat's great, eating junk food's bad. Now, my position let me put it this way. My experience is a few different things. And take this with a grain of salt. Oh, by the way, salt's good for you too. Take this with a grain of salt. Number 1, when we go extreme with a diet, a few things happen. Either we go extreme with, low fat, that was an extreme from the 80s that people were really all about. And then now today we have extreme high fat. Well, when you go extreme low fat, you end up overeating carbohydrates. When you go extreme no carbs, high fat, you go really low on the carbs. And it has been documented, right? So this is not just me making shit up, that a lot of these guys who have these extreme diets have hormonal imbalances and problems, right? So I like a lot of these guys. I like what they have to say. I think they're doing a great great job promoting healthy eating, but take, for example, Paul Saladino. Paul Saladino, I even interviewed him on this channel many, many years ago when I was like really exploring carnivore, right? And, you know, I'm an extremist, so I was like, yes, try it. And I did it for many years. I did it. I did it for a long time. I wouldn't say many years, but on and off for me about 2 years. Paul has recently changed his tune, which I appreciate, because he doesn't have to be married to a particular paradigm so he could sell supplements, even though he sells supplements. But he realized, oh man, my hormones are suffering as a result. You know, he was honest with himself. He got tested. He was honest with himself that like, yo, my testosterone levels are low. I didn't know that would be the case eating this kind of diet. And now he includes fruit in his diet. And fruit is one of these things that's also very easy to digest. Those are really the two easiest things to digest, meat and fruit. If you eat a meat and fruit diet, you're doing great. That's pretty much what I eat. I eat a lot of meat. Like I said in a previous video, I eat about 50% of my calories come from protein, and I keep my fat at about 30%, I keep my carbs at about 20%, but my carbs come from white rice, which is easily digestible, very easy to digest, high glycemic nonetheless, but I only eat about a cup a day, and fruit, apples and oranges, and I'll put like a half a banana in my workout shake, right? So what happens when you go to the far extreme is you end up with imbalances in your hormones. So by having carbohydrates in the diet, your testosterone is going to be higher. Your energy is going to be higher. Even if you're in a ketogenic state, you're going to have more energy. You're going to be more clear in mind. You're going to have a better hormone profile if you eat some carbohydrates. I'm not saying eat the shit that most people are eating, but eat some carbohydrates. You also got to take it into consideration. I'm thinking of one guy in particular, another guy I like a lot. He's a friend. He's been on my channel before. I'm not going to say his name. It's a black guy with a bald head. And he's been doing keto for like the past, I don't know, 6-7 years, but he's on steroids. Like, you got to ask yourself, like, are these people giving me advice based on what is going to work for me, or is it working for them because they're enhanced, right? He's enhanced. I'm not knocking people who enhance. You know, you can do that if you want to. I've tried in the past. I just don't like it. Maybe when I'm in my 70s, I'll try it again or something. But I'm giving you experience based on a sensitive approach to what my body's telling me, right? Without drugs in it, right? You know, without extra shit. So keto, carnivore, good idea if you're extremely overweight, you're toxic, you've got a lot of obvious food intolerances, but you just don't know where to start, so you do an elimination diet. I would say for a few weeks, few months max, maybe 90 days. But if you try to live there, you're gonna have problems. The other thing, you know, I'll add is that for most of us, right? Maybe I'm not as disciplined as some of these other guys. I get that's what it is. I don't want to fucking just eat meat for the rest of my life and butter. Eating meat and butter only for the rest of my life, to me, that's unsustainable. And when I was younger and I was in my, you know, being more of an extremist, I'd be like, you're a fucking pussy if you can't do it. But as I've gotten older and I'm more reasonable and I'm not lying to myself, so I'm not lying to you any longer, I say, hey, look, life is good when you can have a little bit of everything. I like to drink wine with my wife. I like to have my mom, my wife, my daughter, actually. I said mama, wife, daughter, right? The women in my life. She just learned how to make banana pudding. Banana pudding. I've never had fucking banana pudding before. Banana pudding with like little cookie crumbles and shit. It's fucking delicious. What, I'm gonna be such a, carnivore snob that I'm not gonna touch that? Hell no. Hell no. Call me what you want, but I'm having banana pudding. So anyway, brother, that's my opinion on that. Like, try it. If you like it, great. Keep tabs on your experience with it. Don't take advice from people who are on drugs, and I think you'll be all right, dude. I'm done.